Good morning, everyone. This is Lola with LolaRist.com. Give me just a minute. Okay. I'll get my computer up and it'll give time to get into people's news feeds. You can probably hear Pool Boy in the background talking to someone. Okay.
He's the one who took my place. When I retired, he took the relief job that I was in.
There we are.
And started that like the 26th of January, and in May he called me and said, Jim,
There we are.
were they running you all over God's creation last year? And I said, yeah.
But no comments.
Well, this is a crock, yeah. But they run into Western Kansas. And I said, well, Mark, all I can tell you.
Okay, let me try it again. There's a comment. Now we got it. Morning, Jonna. How are you? Okay. Good to see you here, honey. I'm glad you're with me. I am running a little behind today. I kind of slept in. I don't do that very often, but I did a little today. We had a busy night last night with the first shadow box class, and they turned out beautifully. But oh my goodness, they were a challenge for everybody. But we got it. We got it done. So, morning, Ann. How are you? So I'm going to turn this around. So I'm a creature of habit. And it really bothers me that I have to reschedule things because of my schedule and right now. And I'm so sorry that I have to, every time I turn around, change a date or whatever. So I hope you guys will forgive me for that. I need to do a get well card. I need a get well card. But before I do that, I have my box of all of the new materials that we could purchase during the product premiere of Onstage. They're in my room, and I haven't even opened the box and pulled everything out yet. It's open, and I've kind of dug through it, but I haven't really studied any of it, including the paper. And I decided I want to see a couple of these before we get to our card today. So this is one of the papers coming out. It's called Flight and Airy. And I'm going to slide this in here a little bit and see if I can get that to open up. Pam will be live tonight, and we probably will do a couple of more pieces of paper tonight just to kind of study it. But look at this. Those are gorgeous. I love these birds. Beautiful. Very watercolored looking. And then we have the background, which would work actually really good for a man's card. Here's another one. Ooh, that's pretty. Bluebirds, lots of bluebirds. Oh, and I love that too. Can you see the detail of the little birds in here? It's almost like hearts, almost like a half heart vine. You've got this one coming up, and then you've got this one coming, but then it moves into another vine. I don't know. To me, I see the heart. Do you guys see the heart? You know, we're just missing this right here. All right, so there's another one. I have a manicure tomorrow, and my hands look atrocious between working on shadow boxes and putting up all the Christmas trees. Yeah, it's disgusting that it was more important that I be here than have a good manicure. So there's this one. Pretty, pretty paper. And a blue sky. Look at this. Paired that together for a card. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? All right. Is that the one I just had? No, that's a different one. Oh my goodness, this is lovely. I think sometimes Stampin' Up, their papers are just beautiful. Isn't that pretty? And we should have another one here. Coming there. Just lots of birds. I love this. Look at this. Look at that. Those two paired together. What color is that? Is that, in this packet, there is Fresh Freesia. That's what it's going to be. And Bubble Bath. Could be some Bubble Bath in places. Some of this where it's darker, it looks like it's got Fresh Freesia mixed into it. Morning, Arla. Nice to have all three of you with me. We have a small group today. I know I've got a couple that are out on errands. I know that I have a couple that are sick, and so who knows? We may not have many people because also I've moved my days around. The speckled background of like an egg. Okay. Now that one is the same as this one, right? No? Hey, Shelby. Okay, here it is. I was thinking I already seen this, but those were the two different patterns there. This is beautiful paper, guys. Flight and Airy. Flight and Airy. All right, so now that should be all of them. Should be 6 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, love this paper. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, good for you. Rhonda says she doesn't have to work today. Jim says, you know, if we're retired, we work an awful lot. I said, yes, I know, hon. All righty. And then I'm going to look at one more because this is my time to kind of look too. I haven't opened stuff. So I'm going to pull this one. And this one is the lavender, perennial lavender. And I love lavender. Shelby. What, baby? Do you need to go outside? I may have to get up, guys. The insistent little girl here may want it to be taken out for a second. So here is that beautiful piece of lavender. And then that one on the background, which would work for a man's card. Here's one. Not so much my favorite on that one yet, but I love that. I like this side better. Turn the lighting on that a little more. Okay. That's pretty. Those two paired together, this and that one, or this and this one paired together. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Yes. Ooh, I love that. I really love that. Is that Pretty Peacock or Shaded Spruce? I think it's Shaded Spruce. Let me finish this, Shelby Doo, and then I'll run you out the door. That would be a pretty card. You could get multiple out of it and just have to do that and put a little bit of a label with a greeting on top and a little ribbon. Oh, I like that too. I like that one too. Pretty. I know. I hear you. Good morning. How are you, Chris? We're looking through the lavender papers. I'm just pulling right now because I haven't opened these. Look at these colors, guys. There's so many pretty combinations of papers here. Let me move my light a little closer. All right. How vibrant that is. Beautiful. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be it. Nope. I've got one flipped over twice, I would say. I've flipped it out. No, there it is. I just didn't flip this one over. Not so much. It's okay. But I really love these. Love that. Maybe I would love this more paired with this one. I do. Love that. So, neat paper coming. Stampin' Up! Is always so good if they're papers. Okay, before we get started on a card, I'm going to go on ahead and just open the door and run Shelby out. I may have to open it back up for when Shelby comes in, but give me a minute. Let's go. Come on. Okay, so this week We are working on stamping through and using up the winter DSPs. I'm wanting to get a little bit of a handle on my winter DSP before I start pulling too much of the spring stuff out. And I'm looking at things that I can use that's not just Christmas related. So, you know, it doesn't have to be, but I have to admit that when we look at red and green together, we think Christmas. Linda said she loves the paper and she's tuned in. Good job. I love that paper too. But there are patterns, and this is the one, this is a walk in the forest, and this is the one that they were donating money, I want to say, to food banks. Does that sound right? Anybody know? It's in the front of the mini catalog. I believe they're donating like $3 to for every package that they sell to food banks. All right. So today I chose to use a couple of patterns that just aren't real Christmassy. This is the one I'm going to choose to use. And I'm also going to choose to use this one here. And I've got scraps. I don't know about you. I will go through when I'm done. Toys for Tots. That'd be good. I'd like that too. This one here is in the pattern. And yes, it's pine boughs, so it has a winter look to it. But it doesn't say that it's Christmas. I mean, you know, it could be, couldn't, doesn't have to be. Now, that one, I'm sorry. When it's holly like that, I'm going to, with those red berries, I really am thinking Christmas. But I'm going to go with this side. And I'm going to pair it with an odd combination. Because I paired it instead with Pretty Peacock. And most of us would not put Pretty Peacock and Garden Green together. Not a combo that we would normally think of. Okay? But I wanted a matte in there, and I chose to go with white mats. Sometimes we need a white mat to set things out and make it work. So if you take that off and you put a white mat behind it, all of a sudden that looks a lot better than a garden green mat. So I'm going to use Pretty Peacock with white mats, okay? And I am crafting on the fly. I came straight out of getting out of the shower and dressed, going straight to my room, so I'm really not even that much awake. So I hope I've got everything I need for this fun fold, okay? Let's get rid of this. So I'm going to start with the base, and the base is 9 inches long by 4 1/4. And I score it at, let's score it this way. We started scoring first at 1 1/4, and then at 2 1/2, and then at 5 3/4. And that leaves me 4 sections to the same measurement and to the same measurement. So our card is actually going to be a card that looks like this. And I said I will be going to see the nail person tomorrow, so just try to ignore the nails that look disgusting, but that's what happens when you're using your hands. So there's my base. This is what I'm going with, okay? Then I also have a piece here that is 11 by 3 inches. 11 by 3 inches, and it's scored in the middle at 5 1/2. So you ought to be able to see where this card is going. I know Pam has used this kind of card before. I have not. Well, maybe a couple of years ago. Maybe several years ago, because it seems to me now I use it with a golden retriever for a family. So this is what our card is going to basically be. It's going to be a freestanding card, okay? All right, so let's go on ahead and get some mats going. I'm going to start with this mat, and you know me, I like mats that are very narrow. So I'm going to turn this over. And I'm going to post it right here on top of this mat. And that is going to go on top of this one. right here. Okay. So we had our first class last night with the Nativity Shadow Box, the one with the lighted scene. And we stood at my island for almost 2.5 hours, but we got it done. They had bar stools spread all around this island. And yeah, now it looks kind of like, I mean, Debbie really cleaned it up nice for me, but still, it's just everywhere. And I told Jim, I'm going to leave it. Gonna leave it until tomorrow is over and we have tomorrow's class. All right, so now on the back side, this is where my greeting is gonna go. Not my greeting, but my message, and I can write and sign it. So I just have a plain white one by itself. Okay, I'm off a little, but that's okay. All right, now, I looked at this, and some people would not put mats on these sides. I wanted all of that. So I have a mat for this one, and this one. I did not include a mat for that one. Maybe because I was maybe I do have. I do have. Oh my gosh. But I want to show you something here. So I have all these stripes, and these stripes are going to be the ones that are the visible one. And I sat there and I figured out how much I needed it to be. I needed these to be 1 inch, and I needed 2 of them. And I believe this one is 3 inches. And I have 2 of them. Because I wanted all my stripes to match, I cut it first as one big piece. I cut it as 4 inches across, and then I cut it at 3, and 3 is 6, plus 1 and 1 is 8. Should be right there. Yep. Now, when I go to put it on, I want all of those to match. Maybe not the back one I'm so worried about, but I want these 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. I want the stripes all in a row. So I have my piece of paper here, and this is 4 1/8 and by 1 1/8. And I'm going to put my stripe on here. There's one. Let's do the next one. He's having a good visit with whoever he's talking to in there. Is everybody ready for Christmas? Have you got your presents under the tree yet? I don't have a lot to buy, and I have several things ordered. One is a climbing, one of those indoor climbing, all the blocks and mats that and the ball tub for Calvin. Just an indoor climbing toy that he has. And this thing is going to show up here, and I am not wrapping that thing. We are taking him straight there to their house, and he can start playing on it, even if it's not Christmas yet. He just will get some use out of it right now. Okay. I know the girls have new Kansas City Chiefs shirts. They wanted those, and of course Calvin has new Kansas City Chiefs sleeper, because hello there. All right, there's that. Now I have to do one more thing. Maybe not. So here we have this. So I'm going to put this one here. And then I want to make sure that these stripes match. Just like so. All right. Oh, he's talking to our friend Brenda. Okay. Now we do this. Again, want to make sure my stripes match. This comes back to my mama and her quilting and her sewing dresses. Oh my gosh. I was like, it's not that big of a deal. She's like, yes, it is. Okay. So while I'm at it, I'm just going to leave that open. And I'm going to go on ahead and put this one on so it matches the very same way. So there's the base of the card. Yeah, I think the white really sets it off too. So, you know, normally I like to go with a colored mat, but sometimes you just need that whiteness to really set it off. And then when I do this, that will pop it out more. So, all right, we're gonna just wait on this first. Let me finish the labels and stuff. So I went with the nested essentials, which I think those are really an important stamp set to have. I like the nested essentials. And I went with So Sincere. So Sincere is going to be a carryover, I believe, to next year's catalog. And I didn't get to use it a lot. So I'm going to go with Hope You're Feeling Better Soon. And I didn't check, but I think it will fit. Okay. Yep, it will fit. I went and grabbed Pretty Peacock, one of my favorite colors. There's Shelby. Hey, Jim. Okay. It's crooked, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine right now. All right. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to put that on top of one of those pieces right here. So let's find some dimensionals and pop that up. 1, 2, 3. Like so. Oh, I put that on the wrong side, and we're going to fix that. I don't want that on the wrong side. I want the stitches to be right. Just rub those things off. 1, 2, 3. Put this on here. Not even, so I'm going to come down. Okay. And it will come over the sides here, which I'm good with that. That's what I kind of had planned anyway. I knew it was a little bit long, but I wanted that piece, and I wanted the size of label that I have. So we're going to put that in right about here. Okay. And then we're going to finish up decorating it. So even though it's a man's card, it's going to get a few little pieces of elements that will help us decorate it up a little more. So I don't know how much I'm doing or what I'm doing. I'm just kind of putting some in here. This is the berries and bough punch. And then I've got a little piece of vellum, only because I had 2 of these left on my work table. And so guess what? They're coming in, because that just kind of brings out this. All right. And then we're going to tuck in the berry and tuck in the berries. And I'm good with that, okay? So I'm gonna take these out. This one is already got under piece of dimensional there, so it is already tight. So I'm gonna put this one in. And before you know it, we'll have our card done. Hey, Chris, we went to put the cards yesterday for the card ministry in your office, and you had already left for lunch, and I didn't clue in that it would be locked. So we ended up putting them on the work table in the little workroom by the computer. No, by the printer. I'm sure you found them already, but in case you didn't, that's where they are at. Okay. Thanks. I knew you would have them. You are so on it. We are so blessed to have her as our secretary at our church. Or, I don't know, what is it? Something assistant now. It's not secretary. Administrative assistant. Administrative assistant. I had to think about it. Yeah. And one more. We're going to finish up, put our card together, and we will be done. Okay. Throw the berries in. Okay. One of the things that's in the catalog for the mini spring catalog are these little cork rounds. I really appreciate Stampin' Up! Coming out with embellishments that are flat. They are up about I don't know, maybe a 32nd of an inch, but they're still flat and they're cushy because it's cork. So I love those, and I think that makes it easier to mail to. So I'm going to put these on right here, maybe a couple on the card itself, but let's get it all put together now. All right, so I want to make sure that I only adhere the front to the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ahead and put a piece of tear and tape because I really want this to stay. I don't want it to get where it falls apart. I want it to be the person that gets it. I want them to have it where they can stand it up. So I'm going to start with tear and tape on the very, very bottom, and that is less than an inch, so I know I'm good. I know I'm good there. I'm not going to pull that yet. And then I'm going to go on ahead and we're going to do this. And then we'll have this one here, okay, like so, the back. So let me see how far I can go with tear and tape. Do you use a lot of tear and tape? I love tear and tape. It's stronger and it just makes things a lot sturdier. I don't use it on all my cards, but on occasion I have cards that I need it in. So I think, what do we think? We want to make sure that that is right there. So I think I will pull this one and get that one in the spot I want it to be. Okay, so let's pull these two. Tear and tape, you rub it, and once you rub it, it adheres to the cardstock on the adhesive side, so then this will release a lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to keep my hand under it until I have it exactly where I want it to be. I want it to come all the way to the bottom. And I hear you, girlfriend. She wants in. She's pretty insistent. I think that's pretty close. Enough that I'm going to go with that. Now I'm going to take this side and I'm going to do the same with the tear and tape. Give me 3 or 4 more minutes, Shelby, and we'll be done. She was really being insistent last night. I think she likes people in the house, but there's something about it when they come. I don't know if she thinks that it's taking her. Yes, I will post the dimensions tomorrow, probably, Rhonda. I probably won't get to them today, but I will post them tomorrow. All right, so there's my card, like so. And I want to use those corks. So I'm going to come over here and kill a couple of the corks. And I'm going to put those right here. And there's my card. And that is going to Chris Howe's father-in-law, who had heart surgery a couple of weeks ago. Has it been, it's been almost 3 weeks, hasn't it? Okay, so that's going to Wayne. So there's my card for today. I need to pull it down here a little bit. And there is my card that is going out in the mail today and where I'm going to write on the back side. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Also, I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the paper. Pam is supposed to be going live with me here tonight. She has not felt the best, and she's got meds now. And so we're hoping that she feels better today. If something happens and she doesn't, we may just unpack my box. I may just do an unpacking video tonight. So we'll see what happens. All right, take care. Have a great day. And I will post the measurements in this card tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye, guys.